I think we need to write up some legislation or something that lets us use grapple guns. Because they're not illegal. It's just that we need something to be able to seize them. Like you know, old crimes that they've been used in and shit like that.
Yeah, but the problem is, in order for it to be effective, you need like 3 or 4 people to grapple.
No, I agree. Yeah.
Where's Alex?
No idea. Oh, she's next door with McTavish. Ah, you got the blue car.
Yeah, it parked right in our fucking front yard.
Doc, I've got a question.
Hey, what's up, mate?
What would be the best input for this? Because he was definitely obstructing, but it's not like a thing here. Would it just be reckless evading then?
Were we ever really pursuing him though? All he did was like he pushed us into the ocean, right? He hit us into the ocean.
No. People. I was chasing him. Rhodes was chasing him.
Okay. Then yeah.
Yeah, I guess if you don't have another option, is there, unless there's a felony otherwise not listed or something?
That it is, but that adds a strike.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Yeah. So was this car not shooting at us at all? Just to check.
Oh, sorry?
This car wasn't opening fire on officers yet?
No, it was only the bolts.
Okay. Yeah, I just go for the, reckless evading, yeah. Just to check with Davis, you got a PID on the plate when this whole thing was happening, right?
I don't know, it was Rhodes that called it out on radio that it came back to Bimo Dempsey.
Oh, he did? Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Aye.
Just make sure you get the I get the his plate run from Rhodes at some point.
Right.
Just for the report.
I'm gonna inventory the call.
Okay.
Oh, hold on, I need this on Jim. Hold on, mate. Hold on, just give us a second, mate.
Yeah, you good? You good? Let me get my winch real quick. Hold on.
Dark.
Yeah.
I'm not happy with that call to pull back. I'm not happy.
You'd rather just a bunch of officers die.
Exactly.
She's bloodthirsty.
She's bloodthirsty. Yeah, that's a rookie mistake.
Shot. People were shot.
I know, but then you get more people shot. And then more people in hospital.
It's not about like number one, we didn't have the numbers. Number two, it's physically impossible to breach that cargo ship. You will not breach that cargo ship.
No, I'm not saying breach. That's stupid. But I'm saying the boat was right there on the shoreline, so you can see if the boat leaves north or south.
Yeah, but these people will probably stay on that boat till the storm comes.
Can any of you get the trunk to inventory this? I can't get in the trunk.
Is it a front?
I think yeah, it's a front.
And it's happened before where people.
No, it's definitely not a front. I can't open it, even though I've unlocked it.
There we go.
It's unlocked.
Oh, there we go. There's just some bottles of water.
No.
Right.
The call was made, and it is what it is.
I should be. Hold on, let me actually.
That's a you got a request.
So don't we have like 100 units?
There you go, mate. Cheers.
Alex, you're misunderstanding. We could have 100 units, but it doesn't matter. If you're walking into a death trap, the officers are gonna get shot and they might die.
No, I'm not saying walk in a death trap. I'm saying follow them.
Yeah, but then that's time. But they could wait there all day.
Yeah, that
can't leave the
policing is time.
Yeah, but what about the rest of the shit?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but you have to understand the bigger picture. These people are going to do it again and again and again, and we'll catch them. If people want to get away that hard, then you just have to let them go.
I know.
Did you see that?
Okay.
Did you see that guy on the other boat like stood up when he started shooting at him? Yeah, I swear I put five mags in him.
Well,
I just unloaded into him.
Should have
See,
checked that
look.
boat for DNA.
You know what? This rain encapsulates exactly the mood, and they knew. They knew I'm in the. They knew I'm in the right. They gave the rain.
It is giving me every.
All right. So All right.
Yeah,
Now,
let me try and send it to you again then.
Yeah. So it wants to send me everything.
why is the power out?
Don't know.
Someone
What's
who
your
was
name again, mate?
fucking with the power plant.
Oh yeah. Well, we were having that phone call, but we never got to talk.
I can't remember what the phone call was.
DNA.
Should get it.
FIB.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Hey, finally.
We'll talk inside in a minute.
Does anybody have Matt Rhodes' number? He's not got it on his profile.
What are you trying to
I
get
don't-
Rhodes' number for? He's my husband, man. What do you want with him? He's taken.
Jesus, I'm just trying to see if he's got any evidence of the plate when he
Oh,
ran
okay,
it.
yeah. It's 400. 400, 600.
Y'all have a good one.
You too, sure.
Get shot at him, boys. Pass for your help.
Sorry,
Thank you.
it's 420. My bad. 420, 600, 8581. That's his number.
Thank you.
No problem. Just keep it in your pants, okay?
Oh, don't worry, it's firmly in there.
Hey, Vince.
Hey, Dark. How's it going?
Not too bad.
I just got off the phone with my wife. She has a
Your
warrant written
wife,
by Alfred Cassie Miller. She's got a criminal negligence warrant.
Right?
She wants to turn herself in. Do you want? I mean, it's a marshal warrant. Does a marshal have to be present for a process?
No,
I'll have Dakota
not
do
at
it,
all.
but-
Yeah, just have,
Okay.
have somebody else do it, yeah.
Yeah, she asked if I could do it. I said I can be there, but I'll probably have like Dakota there for like obvious reasons. But
Sure,
I wanted
yeah.
to know if like one of you had to be there because it was one of your warrants. You know?
No, that's fine. You can process that. It's
Is
just like
there
any other
anything-
warrant.
There's nothing more to it that has to be done. I'll read it before, but
I'm not 100% sure.
don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know all the details on it, but no, I don't think so. Unless there's any
She
special
doesn't
instructions
have-
on it.
I mean, it's tied to the report. I guess it was taken from, recovered from. Probably a better word. She doesn't
Yeah.
have accessory charges for that. Is that intended? Because I know like you're supposed to technically have accessory charges for whatever crime the gun's used for.
Yeah, it was because well, I don't want to go into too much detail because you know.
I'm just
but
asking because I
there-
don't want it to be like
there is there is a reason. But no, that's the warrant is the warrant, and that's all there is to it.
Okay, I just didn't want to be like oh she didn't get
No,
fucking
no.
accessory charges.
No,
'cause
I
I'm sure
understand,
about,
yeah.
that bullshit.
Yeah, you're good. You're
Okay,
good.
sounds good.
All right, cheers, Ventura. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Let me get changed. Hello, Daisy.
Hello.
You turned up a good time. We just gotta have a shootout.
Oh, gross. Okay, what happened?
Basically, there was a. Fred wants to talk to me about some stuff, but he was acting all strange on the phone and was like, I gotta go to a meeting, this, and that. And he was acting like a
Right.
gangster over the phone. So I went up to. There was a bank truck that was hit like straight after. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just go up and see. And it was a Besties bank truck, and there was a guy in a sock mask on the scene. And there was another guy in a sock mask at a bank like last week that I BT Primlock that I thought might have been Pred. And anyway, this guy was wearing the same mask, so we stuck around to assist PD because there was some other shit going on. So we assisted a couple of PD units in a pursuit. It turned into like a boat pursuit. And then eventually they kept ramming our boat that me and Nova were on with Ventura. And so the call was made to open fire. But then they had fucking class 2s. And it fucking went crazy. Basically, they ended up driving to the cargo ship and getting on it with grapple guns. So we called it off.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of fucking nuts. Anyway, the reason why I talk to you is about the Pred stuff, actually. So, We get out the locker room.
Yeah. I thought you were Lizzie Byrne for a second. Jesus Christ.
What?
Alex is a bit of a psychopath.
What?
You do like
Uh,
sex parties. You did say that.
Anyway, Daisy, okay, I'll start this off with, we got a report from Ajax Whitehawk about the Pred's removal from office. And he brought it to a marshal because he wanted it to be looked into as to the legality and that kind of thing of what was done. So I only found out the Pred was removed like yesterday or something like that. Because there wasn't like an announcement or anything about the bloody mayor being removed. So come today, I hear about everything that's happened, you know, how it's gone about. So I'm like, okay, you know, report's been made. I don't know whether or not, I mean, I have an opinion on it, but about what was done. And I think it all looks good, but I'm going to look into it anyway, just to make sure everything was above board.
Okay.
And I'm going to mute my phone because Pred's trying to call me now, and he doesn't get that right after he might have just shot at cops. So anyway, I spoke to Judge Grayson, Arcadia Grayson, because I was informed that she was one of the judges that had made the announcement or, you know, told Pred that he was going to get removed. And I spoke to her this morning for a short period of time with Alex, but then eventually she stopped answering questions and said she was going to invoke her Fifth Amendment right, which is fine.
Wait, who did?
Arcadia Grayson. I wasn't like interrogating her or anything. I was literally just there to find out what happened because, you know, we were in the dark. So, but she did say that you had spoken with her on Monday or something about this. So I was just wondering.
It was like the day that Pred was removed. I woke up, was, you know, talking with Mackenzie Hayes a little bit. I retweeted an old friend and then instantly got bombarded by calls and text messages. Ventura called and said, Daisy, a war is coming. Can I be an honorary marshal? And can I have a revolver? And I actually said he could be an honorary marshal. I need to put it on his record. I didn't say yes to the revolver yet, but I might. Who knows? And while I was on the phone with him, he told me that, you know, Pred wasn't found guilty of criminally negligent ownership of a firearm. And even though he wasn't found guilty of that, he got found guilty of violating a court order. And because of the legislation that Andy put into place, anyone that has a felony, it could be up for interpretation, but my interpretation is anyone with a criminal record is no longer in good standing legally, and it's therefore yeeted from the mayor's office. When I talked to Arcadia about it, about, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes after I talked to Ventura, she said that she agrees with me that, you know, misdemeanors as well, but just for the general consensus, it was like, if you have a felony, then you cannot be the mayor of Blaine County as per the legislation. So him being found guilty of violating a court order, or at least being charged, I don't know if there was like a whole process, but he's been charged with violating court order, and because he has been charged with it, he has a felony, therefore can no longer be mayor.
Okay. Yeah.
And then right after that, the Chaos Legion shot Arcadia and some other people, said this is for Pred, immediately tried to get plea deals, and from what Arcadia said, the PD only wants to charge them like $200K because they don't have that much money. Terrorism.
Okay.
So they all got arrested for terrorism.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
they
like
pled to
they
it.
instantly got arrested. Wanted a plea deal, and from what Arcadia told me, the PD only wants to charge them like 250K for terrorism. Because from her relay to me, quote unquote, Chaos Legion doesn't have that much money.
Hmm. Right. Okay. So Ventura said that because of energy legislation, Prey could be removed. You agreed, because he had a criminal record, he can't be mayor. And then you spoke to Grayson about it. Was Grayson aware of the situation when you spoke to her?
All of this had already happened, like
Okay.
hours before I came around. Like I had nothing to do with it. I was just informed of it after it had already happened.
Okay. Do you know, like, were you aware of this? So you weren't aware of it until this, conversation with Ventura, right?
Correct.
Okay. So you spoke to Grayson about it. Do you know of, like, anything else that has happened with this whole thing since?
That was the last time I was awake. I
Okay.
know Arcadia said that there was supposed to be a meeting with the DOJ and the mayor, like an hour and a half after I talked to her. Actually, do I have any text messages? Oh no, the last text I have is have fun and wow.
Okay. All right. So you said there was going to be a meeting between the DOJ and the mayor. I assume that's Mayor Nino, right? The Predator was removed at this point.
Yeah, I would assume so, unless they called Pred to be part of it.
Okay. Are you aware of anything that's happened with? I've heard that the governor was involved at some point. Do you know about that?
No clue.
Have you heard from Angel about any of this?
Nah, she's on LOA.
Well, she is, but apparently she gave the thumbs up for this, for the whole thing. Apparently there was some kind of justice, I guess not vote, but they discussed it, and Angel said it was, he should be removed. So,
No clue.
Okay.
Oh.
This is a personal. This isn't partly investigation. Why didn't you tell anybody that the Predator had been removed?
Wait,
You
has
okay?
Pred done anything since he became a mayor?
I just got zoomed in.
What do you mean?
I mean, has he done anything where it's like important that he was removed?
He's still like one of like two massive political figures in the city. Do you think we should know when a mayor's removed?
Now you know.
Daisy, can you listen? All I'm asking for is a bit of communication next time. It would be great, because I go into that meeting with Arcadia today, and she's like, "Oh yeah, the master's know about this. I spoke to Daisy already," and then I'm looking there like looking like a pillock, because I don't know.
You did use that same word.
I did use
I don't
that
know
same
what that
word.
is. What's a pillock?
I
An
have
idiot.
no fucking clue.
Oh,
I look like an idiot.
I would have understood if you said Muppet.
Well, I mean, so you think? Listen, I think there was zero communication. I think that's a problem. Because it could have avoided some things, and I don't want to be going into a room with a judge and be like, "Hey, question," and she's like, "Yeah, I already told the marshals about it. They already know."
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to be, ganged up on everyone when I woke up 3 days ago, but they saw my name on Twitter and instantly started calling and texting. I wasn't even on duty.
Okay. All right. Well, to keep you, I'm doing this off the books.
Well,
It's a private report, because the judges have access to this. So what's your state ID?
From what Arcadia told me, they don't have access to state marshal reports anymore.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what she told me.
Okay, that's nice.
But my state ID is 1623.
Okay. To keep you in the loop, I spoke to Ajax Whitehawk of Pred's cabinet today, just before this whole incident.
Okay.
Ajax has basically he mentioned that he spoke to another judge or other judges and got their opinion on it, got lawyers' opinion on it, and then I guess he's been talking with Pred as well. And by the sounds of it, he's looking to push treason on Cassidy,
What
Ventura.
Ajax is?
Well, no, not specifically
Say it,
him,
it's
but
stupid.
the the on behalf of the mayor's office, people are. I don't know who exactly is involved, but he's talking about treason
So
for
the mayor's office that has been dissolved because the mayor was removed.
Yes, yeah. But listen, I don't know exactly who he's talking about, but they're talking about treason for Cassidy, Ventura, Arcadia, and Murray, who's the other one.
So Ajax, Mr. I fucked up and can no longer receive a bar license, Whitehawk, is now trying to scare people into thinking they're getting treason pressed against them in a now defunct mayor's office.
Well, I don't know, exactly who he's doing that with. I don't know what judges he's spoken to. When he's saying this, he was saying we, not I. So I'm sure there's more than just him involved. When I spoke to Arcadia, she said that she was worried about the mayor's office. One of the reasons she kind of, stopped answering was she was worried about. I think she's worried about the mayor's office coming after her. So I imagine
Right.
Nino's involved in some capacity in that. But yeah, I don't know. That's what I got so far. I'm just making sure everything, was done. I guess.
Does he realize that he is way more at risk of treason than anyone that you named?
I don't know.
I mean, the collective we, okay, if it's him, Pred, the mayor's office, a bunch of random people that he went in and started trying to do all this with, the people that had any kind of involvement with it, if they're BCSO, if they're DOJ or anything, like, they followed the legislation. The legislation says that if a member of the mayor's cabinet receives anything that would put them in not good standing, then they are removed from office. So, like, there's
Yeah.
nothing treasonous about it. That's the legislation. The legislation was followed.
Yeah.
And if they are trying to gather a bunch of people, and, I mean, Pred, his temper. If whoever Ajax is trying to gather starts trying to incite a rebellion because they don't agree with the legislation that was followed through with, then that is treason.
Yeah, we've got to keep an eye on Pred for sure. I don't know what he's up
And the
to.
clowns. And the clowns.
And the clowns, yeah.
Yeah, there's like seating or something.
Yeah, keep an eye on the clowns then.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Apparently, according to Arcadia, the governor was there, and the governor agreed with the DOJ, so I think everything's above board. There's a few points of contention, like the Pred tried to repeal that piece of legislation that got him removed from office like a month ago. Nobody brought this up. This is me bringing this up. Actually, it was Clay that mentioned it. But he tried to repeal that, and no justices responded to it, so it was never he never put through the contest phase or anything. So there's there's an argument there that if the justices went ahead and did that, then that piece of legislation wouldn't have been there for him to be removed, right?
Did he follow up with it, or did he just say, I want to repeal this and leave it that?
As far as I'm aware, the justices just stopped doing things because that legislative, the piece of legislation that talks about how to, get new legislation, that was audited, and apparently the state got involved and basically told the DOJ and the mayor's office to put your heads together and come up with something new that stops the DOJ from basically being unconstitutional in that legislation. But the legislation was still in place, and the other two justices just didn't pick up where Angel was doing it. That's the initial findings, but I'm going to dig into that and actually find out what's the truth, right? But yeah.
Because I'll be honest, if I was the mayor and I wanted to repeal things and, you know, whatever time period went past and no judges or justices, like, responded to it, I would be like, hey, yo, justices, this is still here. What are you doing about it? But I'm looking at it now. He posted on November 6th. There's been nothing from the justices and nothing from Pred either, like, dink-donking at them.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I guess it's just to see if... I guess I've got to talk to the justices. But then there's another issue. According to Ajax, again, this is third-hand information, I think they spoke to Harlow and Hart in a meeting. This is Pred and... I can't remember exactly how it was. But basically, Harlow said that he had nothing to do with Pred being removed, right? But Arcadia is saying that her and Harlow were in constant communication before that announcement was made and Pred was removed. So there's, you know, but I got to get it firsthand. It just sounds like there's some things, you know, I don't know what's going on. Either way, I wanted to keep you informed about what's going on. I'm just going to look into this. Like I said, I think that, you know, based on that piece of legislation, Pred should have been removed. I'm just, you know, seeing what happened. Another thing, I said this to Arcadia, there was no announcement about Pred being removed, and as far as I'm aware, I haven't seen anything, like, documented anywhere. There's no, like, documentation of this whole thing. There's no report.
Okay.
I didn't see anything. I don't know. Seems like the kind of thing that should be written down, but who am I to say?
Yeah, I think the only thing is an announcement saying Kyle Pred does not have keys to MRPD.
Yeah, I saw
I was there for
that.
that. That was a whole fucking
But I thought
thing
that,
about
you
the
know,
Rangers taking
that could have
MRPD.
just been, you know, his keys just been removed. No, him being the mayor being removed.
Well, yeah, I found out yesterday after going to the PD meet and everything.
Yeah.
Who's this? Hello, Marshall Gallagher.
Yeah, so,
I am not that fucking personal.
I know
Jesus
Angel
Christ.
typically has been the only justice that puts announcements
I'll
and,
let him know. He'll call you. Right
you know,
now.
the general
call you
announcements
right
to the
now.
city.
Yeah.
But might just need to dink donk at Hart maybe and see if she could do some kind of announcement to, you know, announce that Pred's been removed as mayor.
That was Pred as well. He's asking for you, Dark. Said you call him if you want to.
Okay. All right. He's been
Didn't tell him
spamming my
either.
phone because I was calling him during that whole thing and he didn't pick up. But...
Yeah.
Okay, he's calling me now. Dave, I thought I'd keep you updated and ask you see if you knew anything, but that's everything, really.
Okay. Yeah, I just kind of got like basic info dump, and because I wasn't on duty, it kind of went in one ear, out the other one.
Hey, is
Yeah.
Richard
Kyle's
here?
here.
Oh, for God's sake. Yep, Brett, I'm about to call you, man. I'm coming out.
How long does it fucking take? All right, you ain't got no fucking. All right, hold on.
We don't
Pause.
operate on your time, man.
You ain't got no excuse not be picking up your phone, you scarf wearing bitch. All right.
It's cold out.
What the fuck?
Where you
I'm
been?
cold.
I tried calling you, man. Where you been?
Yeah, you were blowing my shit up. All right.
Yeah, why you not pick up for?
I was busy.
Doing what?
None of your fucking business. Listen, Dark. You want to talk about this shit or what?
No, listen, Brett, I just been shot at. I gotta go home, man.
What you mean you just been
Some-
shot at? You gotta
so-
go home. Don't be
Some
such a
crazy,
pussy. We all get
some
shot at.
crazy fuckers just shot at me, and I'm a little bit shaken. I gotta go home, man.
Oh, come on. You're not even limping. You're fine. Quit trying to fucking put in a sick day. All right?
You want a GSL test? Yeah.
I don't consent to anything.
Why not?
Because I ain't got nothing to hide.
Why not, Brett? Yeah, exactly. You've got nothing to hide. You'll submit to a GSR test right now.
Why would I submit to a GSR test? I don't even have a gun. I'm not even allowed to have a gun. I still haven't gotten my license back. You know what's
Yeah.
funny? I don't understand how I got fired before I could even get my goddamn weapons license back, and that was the thing I complained about most. I'm kind of glad you got shot at. You need
What
a little
the fuck,
fucking,
man?
You need a little fucking, recorrecting on your current path.
That's fucked up, man. Well, listen, all I'm saying is, I was getting shot at. I was trying to call you, but you didn't want to pick up. I don't understand. Where were you?
What were you trying to do? All right, listen, I get it. You're in love with me. You need me. All right, we had that conversation over at my goddamn community center.
Why is a conversation with you every time everyone loves you?
Isn't it? Isn't that the case now?
Because no one's better than me. Nova, I could love you better than anybody else, but it would just be a waste of time because you're a soulless husk.
I am soulless. You know why I'm soulless? Because of you!
Hey, you wanted to be shot.
That's what happens when a best friend stabs another best friend in the back, you piece of shit.
I didn't stab you. I shot you in the back of the fucking head.
Yeah, you stabbed me in the back. That's your friendship.
I shot you in the head.
Yeah.
All right, Dark, you want to talk about what happened?
What about the bank truck guy?
Huh? Mayor stuff.
Oh, the mayor stuff. Yeah, listen, I'll get you for 5 minutes, but then I gotta head out of here. But listen, come on, we'll talk about the process.
We're gonna 5 minutes to you. I'm glad someone towed your fucking car, honestly.
Well, listen, you're not the mayor anymore, man. You're not my priority. You know what I mean?
Hope that shit costs you money.
Listen, leave my car alone, man. Come up here.
Nah.
So how you finding, life after, mayorship?
What you mean? I didn't really get a chance to be the mayor. I had like maybe 3 days tops.
Come on. Look at this lovely Christmas tree.
Sitting in there for 5 fucking weeks.
Yeah, I've seen that, yeah. Right, listen. I've already been given the rundown, okay? So you don't have to give me the rundown, okay?
Are you sure it's good?
Listen, I'll definitely get you a full rundown from you tomorrow. But for now, I just want to ask you a few quick questions, okay? So, just to clarify, you were informed by Grayson and Falconer that you're no longer the mayor and it's been stripped from you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna circle
that's
back.
Illegal, actually. Because if it's not codified, they can't do it. So, here's the thing: you got to look at the legislation. Now, you got to understand something. All right? They can grant themselves powers, but it has to be codified. It has to be written down. All right? They never granted themselves powers. They just did something that they didn't have the power to do. All right? It's that simple. It's literally the easiest argument of my life. I just got to run the gauntlet again.
Again, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I just got to run the goddamn gauntlet again.
All right, listen. I've got to ask you some questions. So you know when you were
even worse.
You know when you were doing this legislation stuff back in November, like early November, right? And the justices haven't responded to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you and Nino's cabinet, right? You guys audited the legislation approval legislation, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, just clarify for me, what was stopping? What were you told the reason why no one responded to your legislation and put them into contest fate?
I wasn't told anything.
You weren't told anything. You just stopped it.
Yeah. It just stopped. That's why shit's been sitting there for a month.
Okay. All right.
In fact, now that I look at it, this gets even worse.
Right, because you were trying to repeal this legislation, right? This
Yeah, I repealed it a month ago, and the process didn't go through.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So other than that, so you weren't told because the state got involved in that, right? And they were just like, put your heads together and come up with something new. But just to clarify, you were never informed.
The letter.
The what?
Yeah, the Sag letter.
What's that?
You didn't get a copy of that?
I got a copy, but I haven't read it yet.
It's probably the most important thing you could read because it makes everything the justices did and codified, all right, since the initial inception of their office, not only corrupt but also illegal.
Okay. All right. Let's have a look. So another thing I want to ask you is that, so you were convicted on the Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Did you request anything like from the
Sunday.
justices?
Oh no, wait, was it Sunday? It was Monday. It was Monday this happened. Yeah, it was Monday that this happened.
No. When you got charged with your court case.
That was Saturday.
That was Saturday,
Yeah,
right?
I got charged with violating a court order for paying an interior decorator.
Yeah. So did you request the felony diversion program?
Yes.
Okay.
And I was jokingly told no, and then I was told maybe we'll handle it tomorrow. And then when I told Justice Hart that, she said, well, the decision still stands. And then when I asked her to define what does it mean to be in bad faith with the state or whatever, she couldn't explain that to me. It was like talking to a wall.
Okay, so you requested it, and who was it that said that we'll do it tomorrow?
It was the guy who found me guilty of violating the court order.
Hallow?
Justice Hollow.
Okay, did it happen on... So that was on the Saturday. Did it happen on the Sunday?
No. He had other things he was doing, and I respect people's time. Because what I don't understand... well, here's the thing. How come that guy that I made the sheriff ain't the sheriff right now? Is he?
I don't know who's the sheriff. I'll be honest.
Should be Raddick. I was still mayor when I fucking made that decree.
Yeah, I have no idea, I'll be honest. I'll look into that, though.
Sounds like what they're doing is operating in office unjustly and illegally at the current moment in time. The sheriff and whoever supports them should be arrested.
Okay.
They're impersonating a government employee right now, Dark.
Right, so you were in a meeting with the justices on the Sunday, is that right?
That was Monday. Wait.
You had a meeting with Hallow and Hart, right?
Yeah. I believe that was... Yeah, and there was nothing brought up about anything about my removal from office or anything like that until I was removed from office.
Okay. Did
they
mention
whenever I talk to the judges about how this isn't codified, they can't do this, the response would be, well, we can do whatever we want because there's nothing written down. And then I would point out to them, but there is stuff written down. It's in the state legislation.
But they really said that?
Yes, they told me they can do whatever they want because it isn't written down. And then when I said, but that's not your job. You can't just do whatever you want. It's not codified. And then they said, well, it's not written down. It was the least compelling argument. It was like, you know how like when you argue with someone that fucked up and they're unwilling to admit they fucked up?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what that was. It was
Who said
that? He's Irish.
Irish?
Scottish.
Oh, you're on about Falconer?
Then, same with Grayson. Yeah, Falconer in Arcadia, yeah. And I literally have this legislation that they use to impeach me out of office, if that's even the word you want to use, being that it doesn't follow the guidelines of what an impeachment is. It's just a removal from office. I have this in here since fucking November 3rd.
Yeah, I'm aware.
So the way I look at it is it was never contested. So it should be the law. And we should default to, state legislation.
Okay. So nothing was mentioned about your felony diversion program in the meeting, and nothing happened on the Monday, and then you were removed from office, right?
Yeah. I didn't even get to have a conversation. I was just I was just removed from office, and state announced that I was removed from office.
Okay.
There was no conversation. There was no representation. It was a complete bypass of the judicial processes. And I don't understand how anyone can view that as like the right thing to do. I mean, I get it because it's me, right? I get that because it's me. It's socially acceptable, right? Because there's a group of people that'll support whatever dumb fuckery happens to me, but it's still dumb fuckery. You know, it's that simple. And the way I look at it is, I think I'm actually still mayor. I just don't have my keys.
I don't know about that one. I think you might. I think it's a difficult situation, but I'll be honest, I'm looking into it though.
What's so difficult about it? I mean, what they did was illegal.
Right, but
What
they
they
still
did wasn't right.
This is the issue. Is they still did it, right? And until it's determined whether
if
it's
you can point to something, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go into the legislation right now, judicial powers codified, and I want you to point to me where it says they can do what they did.
Look, Fred. My opinion here is completely irrelevant. I'm not going to go into that. All I'm doing is looking about what happened and whether or not it happened the right way. Okay?
Well, I'm just trying to help you out here. Listen, I'm trying to be as helpful.
No, I'm
to
very
you as
well
possible,
aware of what you're saying.
And I understand that you're being helpful to me. I'm just saying, one of the biggest points is to go to judicial powers codified and find the line where it says they have the ability to do what they did. Because we can play the same game they are. If it ain't written down, they can't do it. If it ain't codified in law, they can't do it. What they did was just criminal. I mean, there should be arrests made. There should be impeachments filed. You know, these people need to be removed from office. And it's the thing that sucks is it ain't just one. All right, it's everyone who was complicit, who stood by idly and allowed this to happen, broke the law. They broke whatever vow they took in office to maintain the law and the status of the people. I am the people. I have a right to a trial. All right, there's no circumstances in this city that make me guilty until proven innocent. I have the right to stand in court. What I even would have found acceptable is if they removed my keys and said, hey, we're going to have a hearing. It wasn't even that. It was just, hey, you're fired. All right, you can run next election. That's what they told me, Dark. So you can see why this whole thing is just so fucked up. Because they don't have the powers and abilities to do this. Nobody does. I don't even have the powers to step down from my own office if I so choose. Because it's not codified. It's not in law in any way. I have the right to be mayor and continue doing my job, but I don't have the legal right to abandon my office. I can be prosecuted. All right, and that's the same thing for all these people in these positions. They abandon their office, they can be prosecuted for it. You know, they took the job knowing damn well the burden and the responsibility that they have to the people of the city, not only myself. All right, and unfortunately, they did not do it. This is important. This is very important stuff that I'm telling you right now. I mean, I read through all this shit. I cooked.
Yeah.
All right? The legislation that they used to throw me out doesn't even specify mayor, only the people of the mayor's office. That's not directly defining anything, and it says that they can be thrown out. But then it would default to state legislation as the process as to how they're thrown out. Because state legislation is Blaine County law. And Blaine County law is Blaine County law. So they have to fucking work in junction with one another. It's like that simple. It's like basic stuff of law. Is that there has to be process. You can't just wake up and throw someone out. All right, I'm not a stray cat that you can just put in a sock and throw into a river. You know, I have human rights, rights of decency, and this is just gonna be another goddamn run of the gauntlet where I fucking come back in, all right, and then they're just gonna keep doing this shit because no one's holding them accountable, all right, because it's not just one person. It's like 7 or 8 at this point. And there's nobody to come in and hold these motherfuckers accountable for the actions that they have done in their office. This is vengeful, this is vindictive, all right? I would even say that this is manipulative because the other people beneath them are too afraid to subvert their authority in the decision-making of those up top because they fear for their job. But their job is to uphold the people. That's their job. I am people. I am the people. I am the mayor. So this whole thing is just going to be in a day or two. I'm going to be back in office, all right, and they're going to be just doing this shit again because no one holds them accountable for any of the shit they do. None at all. All right, that's why they keep doing this type of shit. All right, they did it to me with a bunch of cases. I wasn't able to do my job. All right, they didn't approve my goddamn legislation, dereliction of duties. All right, they threw me out with no conversation, without even gathering all the information. All right, what they did was wrong. All right, I don't care about being thrown out of office. I don't care about staying in office. I just care about the process. All right, you can't just say, hey, throw them out. What is that? That's nothing. You can't
Yeah.
do that in any corner of the world. You can't even do that in a third world fucking country.
What about the, were you present when this governor fella was around, the state official?
No, I didn't get to meet Mr. State official.
Okay, all right. But did you hear what you know, anything about that? Do you know who I should talk to?
Yeah, I heard that a bunch of stuff was said, and then Justice Hart basically didn't pay attention to any of it and still did everything that she did.
Huh. Okay. What did the governor say about it?
I'm not sure if the governor knows. You're asking the wrong guy. I don't email people all the time. I try to do as much work in the city as possible.
I didn't suggest you did, man. Chill out. Okay, listen.
Okay,
I got some
just making
stuff.
sure.
I will talk to you tomorrow about I can get a full rundown of your side of things and how it went about and what people might have said and not said. But for now, listen. I can assure that I've spoken to like 5, 6 people today about this whole thing. So
And what did they all say?
I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go into details.
So
Fred,
what's
but
your opinion? You know what I mean?
I'm
Here's
not.
the thing.
I'm
You don't
not
have to
giving
tell
my
me what you
opinion, man.
think. Okay, but here's the thing. Are you under the impression that you believe that rights were violated and that processes were mistreated, that there was a mishandling of
Listen,
office
I'm not
positions?
going to go into that because I'm
Well,
a
I know you're- listen,
non-biased
here's the thing.
party
I know what type
in this.
of guy you are. You're the type of guy that'll actually do something if you feel it's wrong. And I'm telling you that this is a career-making case for you.
I don't want to make my career, Brad. You keep saying this shit. I don't do this for my career.
You do. You
I
stood in
don't.
the king spot. You could have stood where the queen
No,
stands.
no,
You
no,
stood
no,
where the
no.
king
I'm
does.
doing. If I'm
Alright?
going to look into this, it's because it's the right thing to do, and that's it. That's it. Full stop.
No. You got your own agenda, and I'm cool with it because I can use you just
Oh
like you can
my
use me.
god! I'm not using
this
you.
is
I don't want
done,
you to use me.
I'm
Okay.
gonna be Mr. Kyle Pred, the state official.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. Listen, it was
You know
going
what, you'll
so
be-
well, Pred. What?
You'll be the fucking. You'll be in charge of this little shit heap.
I don't want that, Pred. I don't.
All right,
I
I'll
just...
be in charge, and you'll be under
Oh,
me. I'll
fuck.
keep
Okay,
you under
I'll
heel.
take it. I'll
Help
take
you
it, man.
develop your skills and whatnot.
Listen, I'll catch you tomorrow, okay?
Hey, listen, there's one more piece of information you need.
Yeah.
All right, it's crucial.
What's that?
Technically, since I posted something on the docket, that in itself is an act of contention. All right? That in it very self being that I have the constitutional right to repeal and change legislation as seen fit. My
It's true, you
posting,
do.
my official document, is actually a contestation of the legislation that they used to throw me out. All right, that's one of the most important things that you can be aware of.
I'm already
I
aware of
contested
that.
this legislation. They're the ones that didn't contest it back. As far as I see it, it's removed, and they did everything unjustly. But this is what happens when you work haphazardly and too quickly. All right, this is important for you to know because this is the biggest piece. The evidence
I'm
is there
aware.
for
I'm aware.
everybody in this city to see.
I'm aware, Pred. Okay. Just trust me with this, all right? Remember our first conversation when I was hired to the marshals? Welcome to dystopia. Oh, it's fucking Grayson.
What the fuck, man?
What's going on?
Well, I'm at the FIB building, but you fucking missed it. Did you not see the goddamn A10 Warthog? I'm not fucking joking. They were
What?
shooting into Southside. Man, I was trying
What?
to call you. There's a
I was in a
fucking A10
meeting.
Warthog, dude. Dude, that's why I said SOS, because it's kind of fucking important that an A10 Warthog's lighting up the south side with fucking missiles and shit, dude.
Well, we ain't gonna see it now. It's snowing.
Is it?
And what happened at the FIB building?
Well, I'm looking through it now because I had the thought the power was out in the entire city, so I was thinking that fucking security door, right?
Oh yeah, that's a good thought.
It
Okay.
looks clear. There's just a bunch of trash and shit from the last time we were here.
Okay. All right. Well, keep an eye on that Warthog. I'm going to bed.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm
Tell
gonna be.
Anna to send us our shit. Tell us we
Yeah,
need
Anna needs to
fucking
get us
more-
our helicopters and Stingray missiles.
More than that,
Yeah.
apparently. We need more than a fucking
Angel has to
helicopter
get
at
the
this point. We need a
helicopters.
goddamn. What's better than an A10?
Apparently, Angel has to get the helicopter. Well, can somebody else get the helicopters if Angel's on LOA?
Angel's the only one that has
Oh, what was
access to
that?
the money.
Okay, no, don't worry, Alex. I'll speak to you later.
No,
Good luck.
no, Jesse was talking to me. Oh, okay.
How long's Angel on LOA? Do you know?
Nah. It's whenever she wants to come back. That's why my LOA isn't as hard as Angel's, because I'll still wake up and do search warrants and subpoena.
Sure, yeah. All right, I'm gonna
Have a
bed.
good night, Dark.
You too. All right, chat. I'm already like half an hour over. I gotta go. I'll be back tomorrow for some more spicy stuff. This is a interesting case, and we'll see what the fuck happens, dude. But thank you guys for hanging out. I'll be back tomorrow, and yeah, I'll see you guys then. Who can we raid? Who's about? God. I'm getting sick, dude. I'm getting real sick. Oh, Rhodes is still around. Alright, I'm gonna send you off to Rhodes, guys. I'm gonna send you off to Kirby. Alright, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.